What up guys, it's Adrian from YouMotorcycle, and today we're going to be talking about the BMW G650 GS, and I'm going to be sharing with you guys 10 reasons why I think you might want to buy one. Made from 2008 to 2017, the BMW G650 GS kept the dream of a simple, reliable 650cc German adventure dual sport bike alive. Was the G650 GS as powerful as the rest of the BMW lineup? No. Did it have as much tech as BMW's newer adventure motorcycles? No. But here are 10 reasons why I think you should buy a BMW G650 GS. Number 1, the G650 GS is a simple adventure motorcycle. The G650 GS uses a very simple motor setup. Pretty straightforward, liquid cooled, fuel injected. 4 valves and 2 overhead cams. As a general rule, the more stuff on a bike, the more stuff there is to break. So if we compare the G650 GS to an F650 GS, the F650 is going to have all kinds of extra stuff like tire pressure monitoring systems, thermometers, a bunch of sensors that you really just don't need. The G650 GS does a great job of keeping it simple and giving you only what you need to get out there and enjoy the world. Number 2, the G650 GS has decades of proven reliability and improvements. The G650 GS's granddaddy is the 1993 BMW F650 GS. These guys have been improving this thing forever. Over the decades, they've done little improvements from switching to fuel injection to having different kinds of setups for different styles of rides to different wheel sizes, all kinds of stuff aimed at constantly improving the bike and making it better. This bike has a worldwide reputation for reliability, and it's also benefited from years, if not decades, of continuous improvement to make it more reliable and even more better to ride. 3. There is a ton of aftermarket and OEM parts available for this bike. Due to how long of a production run this bike has had, there is a ton of parts available. New, used, OEM, aftermarket, doesn't matter. Over 100,000 of the original F650 GS single-cylinder motors were produced, so you can imagine how much stuff there is for this bike. It's super easy to find whatever you want to make this bike however you want it. 4. The G650 GS seat height is the lowest in its class. If you're looking for a dual sport or adventure, enduro kind of motorcycle, and those seat heights are just crazy high, this 30.7-inch seat height might be perfect for you. The seat height is a full 2 inches lower than the V-Strom 650 and about 1.6 inches shorter than the F650 GS. You're just not going to find a motorcycle in this class where you're going to have a seat height that low and still have 6.5 inches of suspension travel. 5. The G650 GS is a lightweight motorcycle. Dry weight of this thing, 386 pounds. Wet weight, 423 pounds. That is pretty damn light for a bike that you can do this much with. Again, if we're going to compare to the V-Strom 650, this is like 67 pounds lighter. But what might be more relevant is that it's going to be 15 pounds lighter than the F650 GS. The G650 GS also manages to carry its weight better than most motorcycles in its class, and that's because it does things a little bit smarter. So for example, instead of the gas being up here where it traditionally is, it's actually down underneath the seat. And what that does is it brings the center of gravity down low, leaves the air box, which is empty space, up top, and that helps bring the center of gravity lower, which makes the bike feel lighter and also handle a lot easier. 6. The G650 GS is actually economical, and I don't just mean that like for a BMW, I mean it's actually economical. If you want an example of just how economical this thing is, if you're traveling 55 miles per hour, which is 90 kilometers per hour, this thing is going to get 74 miles per gallon. And if you're on the highway going 75 miles an hour or 125 kilometers an hour, it's going to get 80 miles per gallon. That's something that even a single cylinder like 300cc Honda CP300 can't even touch. 7. Heated grips come standard. Yes. Okay, I never cared for heated grips, and then I got heated grips, and now I love them. See, even if you only ride during the summer and not into the winter, there's a big temperature difference between daytime when the sun's up and later on at night when it's cool. And heated grips, you can always add them yourself later, an aftermarket set, but they never really looked super smooth and just like they were part of the design. They always look like an afterthought. But these from factory heated grips, they're part of the design. They're really integrated in there. You don't see a lot of extra wires or an extra adjustment knob that's just sort of sticking out off your handlebar. It's really clean and it works great. 8. The G650 GS is pretty happy off pavement. Kind of. Is the G650 GS off-road oriented? Not exactly. You might want to get the Sertao kit for that. But what it shines at is being able to comfortably switch from being on paved roads to on not paved roads. So like I said, it's got 6.5 inches of suspension travel, and you can add all kinds of stuff like skid plates and whatever other protective equipments to keep this thing from getting damaged. Most importantly though, is that this 19-inch front tire and the 17-inch rear tire are just such common sizes, I'll put them up on the screen over here, that you have a huge variety of different tire types based on the kind of terrain that you want to be riding on that are totally available to you. 9. The G650 GS makes a great daily driver. This is a super diverse bike. You can set it up to go off-roading, you can set it up to be more of an adventure bike, but honestly, just from stock, right from factory, it's a great inner city commuter bike. Motorcycle.com says the G650 GS is perfect for you if you want a bike with all-around practicality, tremendous value, and a GS lineage. The G650 GS has adjustable levers, an upright ergonomic position. It's a really light bike that's totally perfect for filtering through the inner city. 10. The G650 GS is extremely beginner friendly. It might be the most beginner friendly mid-size dual sport adventure bike out there. It's simple, reliable, not likely to leave you stranded. The low seat height and light weight along with adjustable levers are super easy for beginners. And you've got plenty of options available to make it as protected or not as you want. And here's a bonus reason why you might want to get it. Again, for like 500, 1,000, maybe even 1,500 bucks if you want to go really crazy with it, you can equip this bike with like every option out there and have it totally fit for an adventure worthy of traveling the world. Look, the reality is the G650 GS will never be called a beast, and it'll never have all the bells and whistles and creature comforts of its bigger GS siblings. But if you want a bike that's easy to ride, easy to maintain, and just easy to explore on, this might be the bike for you. If you guys like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. I would definitely appreciate that. It would help me grow my channel. If you do want to help me grow my channel, if you want to see more content aimed at motorcyclists by motorcyclists, please hit that subscribe button. Thank you guys so much for watching. Ride safe, but have fun. Peace.